Hello, my name is Xavier Gélinas and I'm the Canadian Political History Curator here at the Canadian Museum of Civilization. October 17, 2010 is a momentous day. It marks the official day where Brother André transcended his status. From humble porter, Brother André became Canada's first Canadian-born saint. And what a journey it has been for this frail man born in a very poor family who received very little education. Yet for all these things going against him, so to speak, Brother André had a dream and he pursued it relentlessly throughout the 91 years of his life, and he achieved it. Brother André's dream was to build the grandest and most impressive church devoted to Saint Joseph. And it worked. Initially, the grand church was a very modest chapel on the flanks of Mount Royal in Montreal, and over time it grew and grew and grew again and became the very impressive oratory that we can visit and see today in Montreal. A few years ago, while doing research to prepare an exhibition module devoted to Brother André, I happened to stumble accidentally upon a newspaper article telling of the unusual, grandiose and slightly crazy project of a man named Jean-Paul Belair. Mr. Belair is a retired tinsmith, and in his youth he attended Notre-Dame College where Brother André worked. Mr. Belair's project was to build a limited size and yet quite impressive metal model of St. Joseph's Oratory. A few years ago, a museum team met Mr. Belair to discuss with him this model, which subsequently became the centerpiece of the Brother André module in the face-to-face exhibition. Let's listen to a few excerpts from this meeting.
L'oratoire, c'était pour moi un défi, hein? C'était un défi pour moi faire l'oratoire.
The oratory was a challenge for me. I built the house we live in, a fourplex. I was quite proud of that because it was actually rather hard. It had spiral stairs, for example, which had to be made on a forge, and I did all that. So after I built the house, I said to myself, I should try to build the oratory. I should be able to manage it. Well, that's where it started. But I needed courage at times because it didn't always go as well as it should. But in the end, it was successful. I just kept saying, well, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It took me 8 months to build. I worked at least 5 hours a day. I spent long hours walking around the oratory, pacing out the measurements. I asked the oratory for architectural drawings or plans, but they told me the plans were archival. So that was that. I couldn't have any plans to work with. Then someone said to me, if you want to find out about the oratory, go to the souvenir shop. They have things there that might be useful to you. So I went to the souvenir shop, and I found a placemat with a big picture of the oratory. It gave me a pretty good idea. I had already taken all the measurements by eye and so forth, but it actually gave me a great idea of how to continue. It encouraged me. That was the design I ended up using, a placemat. It was all built by hand, too. I didn't use a machine press. I folded everything myself, piece by piece, soldered it all, piece by piece. Everything was handmade. I used the least expensive materials to make the oratory, but it still took about 5 or 6 pieces of sheet metal. With sheet metal, you can make anything. Anything. It's amazing what you can make.
On peut faire n'importe quoi. C'est pas possible que c'est qu'on peut faire.